All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. That's right, casual, comfort, rustic elegance, everything you could imagine, waiting for you there in their showroom in Lubbock, Texas, Slide Road, 10101 South Slide Road. Easy to get to. Corey Flanagan and his staff waiting to outfit your house, your ranch, whatever it may be, looking awesome. How good is it? It's so good it makes my dogs bark when I start talking about it. All right, we got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Texas Tech football is going to go 21-0 based on the Big 12 schedule released today. Men's basketball bombs away at Baylor. Who needs depth? You don't need stinking depth. Just play six players every night, right? And then Duke is suing their quarterback. Welcome to 2026. All that weather impact on the Houston game this weekend in Lubbock. Lady Raiders on the road there at BYU. We got stuff going on tonight. We want you to be a part of it, and you can be a part of it. It's America, by gosh, and you can be a part of it. Thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street on the United Supermarkets chat line, the one supermarket that takes care of you. I was there today. There will be madness, mayhem at the Uniteds around Lubbock over the next 24 hours as we get ready for Snowmageddon 2026. So go early, make your life easier. But they were busting their butts earlier today when I went there. I mean, we had managers working cashier, taking your groceries out, whatever it took to get it done. They were doing it. That's the kind of people they are at United Supermarkets. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You started your day there just like you do every day, checking out the Raiderland hot links, question of the day, whatever it might be. Hot links brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. Get on their site, tell them we sent you. We're brought to you tonight by Gators Bayou in Lubbock, 98th and Slide Road. Hot Cajun food, check. Ice cold drinks, check. Massive TVs, all the games on check. If you need to get out this weekend, you get it fortified. Get that Cajun food in you. It's going to be good. Also by the Shropshire Agency of Texas, based in Lubbock, big enough for the whole state, independent just like you. Give Jeff and his staff a holler. Check out all they can do to make your insurance great this year. All right, we're in the Hat Creek Interior Studios tonight. We want to hear from you on the United Supermarkets chat line. Where do we want to go tonight? Basketball last night, totally impressive. 17 three-pointers. Why not? Hyatt says you shoot too many threes. They say we'll tie a school record. Donovan Atwell will go off for 4 threes in the first 5 minutes. We'll never look back. Easy win there against the Bears. On what could have been a, wait for it, sandwich game. Not a trap game, a sandwich game. See, sandwich game is in between two big games. BYU, Houston, in between. Trap, totally different. You guys need to start using the sandwich game reference, which is much more important. So Atwell goes off. Christian Anderson does his thing. They get out of the zone, does Baylor, and then they say, all right, well, whatever with Toppin, and Toppin just says, oh, watch all the post moves I've got. And they rack it up in the second half. Now, I still think depth is a concern on this team. I really do. You get into the NCAA tournament, foul trouble, you're done. Depth is a concern. You played basically 6 players last night. How long can you live doing that? I don't know, but so far it's working out. We mentioned the Texas Tech football schedule. We can go through that game by game, but looking at the schedule, I've never looked at a schedule before this early and said there's not a game Texas Tech should lose. Now, there are games on the schedule that Texas Tech could lose, obviously. But I've never looked at a schedule in my adult life for Texas Tech and said, there's not a game they should lose. That damn near every year, including last year, there were a couple of games last year I could have said, hey, yeah, you should lose that game going into the season, right? Going into the season, not looking back through binoculars in your, rearview mirror. No. way out looking at it going, yeah, you probably lose that one. It's kind of different, isn't it? That you can legitimately, as a Texas Tech fan, say, this team, based on this schedule, 12-0, get 12-0, get 12, get 12, and I'll give you some thoughts on Duke assuming their quarterback, Darian Mensah, which is fascinating. It's very 2026. It's also bringing into all sorts of, and this was bound to happen, employee contract law, state by state contract law. I mean, everything from non-competes to you name it. And then we got this little thing out there called the weather going on right now. Saturday morning when ESPN Game Day is slated to be at United Supermarkets Arena could be just brutal weather-wise. Snow, rain, ice, everything, Armageddon, Snowmageddon. The ESPN crew will get in tomorrow, as I understand it. I think Houston may come up early. Instead of coming in Friday for a Saturday night game, I wouldn't be shocked if Houston came in tomorrow evening to do this. I just hate that the biggest game of the year is probably going to be impacted potentially by fan involvement with the weather that it's coming. But then again, are they going to get it wrong? We're really going to have weather? Jeff, let's get some comments going on the United Supermarket chat line. Tech football, seriously, on the schedule, and I can roll through it here in a minute. It's an 11-1, 12-0 schedule. Tech basketball, what impressed you the most? Anything else on your mind after that? Lady Raiders coming up later on tonight. Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Nothing better than pounding Scott Drew by 20. I was hoping we had kept that at 30. Yeah, got up big in the first half, coasted in the second half. Scott Drew, is he going to be one of those coaches that can adjust to NIL? That can adjust to the transfer portal? That he peaked right there, national championship season a couple of years ago, and then what's going on right now is going to be a rapid deceleration at Baylor. And is that part and parcel to what's going on at Baylor? That maybe they can't compete in the NIL world in football and basketball, and if they can't do that, then nothing else is going to matter. All the Magnolia shiplap at Baylor Ballpark, great baseball stadium, by the way, or could have been, should have been, ain't going to matter. Are we seeing the new era of college sports taking down Scott Drew? And he's never been considered a great X's and O's real-time coach, all right? He's been culture, talent, bring them in, get them, whatever you want to call it, playing together or anything else. But he has never been accused of being a great X's and O's kind of coach. As demonstrated last night, I would submit. Old Texas Tech man, 91-44. Tech beat Baylor. Beat Baylor butts last night. Yes, they did. Just picked up a good punter. Jack Burgess from UCLA football finished 7th in rankings. Let's go Lady Raiders tonight. We're getting punters in the portal now. We do. Tech does whatever they want, right? You want a punter, you get a punter. Yeah. Need a punter, get a punter. Mark wants to know, will the buses be running on Saturday? Hell, I don't know. I ain't in charge of that one. Two, have no idea what the weather's going to be. We could be anything from just rain and cold rain and whatever to 3 feet of snow, 2 feet of snow, not 3, or 2 feet, like 4 inches to 2 feet. And what do you guys think we're going to get around here in West Texas? I want moisture and precipitation is what I want. That's what I want. All right, you're on the United Supermarkets chat line. Texas Tech has the schedule for next year. All right, let's get stupid. Let's look at it real quick, and let's roll through it, and you tell me where I am on this. Abilene Christian, yeah, you win that by 35. At Oregon State, better win that by 35. Versus Houston, on September 19th here in Lubbock. Yeah, 21 points. Take 24-point win. Sam Houston, Tech is going to play all the Houstons. Houston, Sam Houston, Houston Christian University, Houston Texans. We're going to get them all on the schedule. We're going to play nothing but schools named or teams named after the former president of the Republic of Texas. I really think in this day and age, it's a great thing as Texans to do that. So, yeah, you beat the hell out of Sam Houston. Colorado, Boulder, October 3rd. Oh man, I hit the wrong button. I hate when I do that. Yeah, you're undefeated there. Arizona State in Lubbock. No Sam Levitt. Changes, obviously. Great respect for the coach. Nobody respects Arizona State football more than Texas Tech. Playing in Lubbock, though, right? October 24th, you're at Cincinnati, and I hit the wrong button again. Brendan Sorsby don't live there anymore, but he's going back up there. Arizona in Lubbock, October 31st. Halloween in Lubbock. Please let that be a night game. West Virginia after that, November 7th, they're not good. Oklahoma State, not good. Baylor, not good. TCU, November 28th. That game could be flexed to Black Friday, probably. We'll see what happens. Josh Hoover don't live there anymore. He's going to quarterback Indiana. We love Sonny Dykes, my high school teammate. Tell me again why that's not a schedule that Texas Tech could absolutely go 11-1, right? Am I nuts? I've never said that out loud before about any schedule for Tech. A one-loss schedule. Never said that in my life. And here we are, January 21st, 8th ranked portal class. There's no reason Texas Tech can't go to 11-1. I say 11-1 instead of 12-0 because 12-0 just you got to kind of get lucky. JCTT, Brian's starting to get it. That was huge. Hope he keeps it up. What were the numbers on that? Do I still have that box score up? Come on now. Help me out here. Go back to that split box. And so Bryant, 7 points, 2 of 2, 28 minutes, defended well, a couple of rebounds. I mean, he was he was the 6, right? That you played 6 players last night for Tech basketball. This depth issue, I can't see it being great. You're playing with fire in the NCAA tournament, but then aren't you always? Tech will go 12-1. Fascinating. Undefeated. Big 12 title game. Loss. Mark, 12-0 should be. Could be. Chris rolling in. We're going to play all the Houstons now in football. Houston Tillotson. Legendary Houston Tillotson. Here in Tulsa, Sapulpa. I've driven through Sapulpa. Looking at 6 inches to maybe foot and a half of snow. Do we like our new do we like our Metroplex rivals back to back at the end? Don't think it matters. Really don't care. You know, Baylor, Metroplex, TCU. I mean, it's an old Southwest Conference finish. It's, whatever. I mean, Baylor by that time should be ground down. TCU, the only thing, unless TCU walks out Max Nocky, all right? If TCU trots out Max Nocky that day, which I think will end up being on Friday, I think you're okay. Otherwise, yeah. Get your thoughts in, your comments in. Tech basketball last night. We mentioned the depth issue. And it's still pretty startling when you look at the number of minutes played by the starters. Watts 29, Anderson 38, 28 Petty, Atwell 31, 33 Toppin, 28 Bryant getting in there. And then after that, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. That concerns me greatly in high leverage situations at some point. You get ground down. We're not ground down yet. The ground down time begins next week for the next 3 weeks. The last week of January, the first 2 weeks of February, grind down time. Then you start to wake up as a basketball team and players and go, okay, I can see the end of the tunnel. Now we're playing for positioning in the NCAA tournament seeding wise. I think we can get there. But I don't see how you can do it with just 6 players in what they did last night. Well, how can you say that, Hyatt? They won easily. Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, the other biggest issue would be just flat out foul trouble in the NCAA tournament. If we want to look ahead at that, we're right now Texas Tech, if it started today, hoopshd.com and bracketville.wordpress.com. The only 2 sites you need to pay attention to, Dave Alman on Bracketville and Chad Sherwood on hoopshd.com. Nitty gritty numbers. You're a 4 seed. You're one of the best 4 seeds. Great. You can maintain that with what you have coming up. Huge game, obviously, Saturday, and you can only enhance the resume that way. But if this is the team going forward, if Bamboye is not out there, if you don't get any more help in the post, that you've got to sit there in March and go, we need games that are not going to be called tight. 4 straight games if you want to get to a Final Four. You know, two straight games if you want to get to the Sweet 16. And I've seen it done where you can do it with 6 or 7 players. I've seen it done, but the margin for error is so thin. All right? The margin for error is so thin. But they do have the recipe to do it, and that's having 2 players that are elite NBA caliber players, and Christian Anderson and JT Toppin. And that's the spade card that McCaslin can throw down on this 6, 7, 8 man rotation and say, yeah, but 2 of the guys in the rotation, NBA players. Sticking 17 threes. All right, back to the United Supermarket chat line. We'll go as long as the conversation is good tonight. If we can't win the Big 12 next year, we should just join the new Pac-12. Well, you just won the Big 12, Joseph. You forget that? You just won it. I don't see more than 1 loss. I didn't see more than 1 loss last year. Wow. So obviously this time 12-0 ATS against the spread. For those who don't know what ATS means, that might be best measuring stick instead of straight up. Very well could be. Tech's going to be a popular betting team next year, by the way. Already are. Joseph, how are we ever going to rest Toppin or Anderson if we won't let our bench get some minutes when it's clear the game is won? Maybe the bench isn't very good. Maybe they don't trust the bench. Maybe they're trying to bury teams. I think it's a legitimate question. And I think it begs the question of saying, I don't think they think the bench could play. Let's go back and let me look real quick. I know you got it big. So what was the score at halftime? I'll save you the trouble. It was 55-36. What was the score in the second half? With your starters out there, mind you, with your starters out there, 37-37. What was the score at the halftime against Colorado? What did Colorado do in the second half? I think that's the answer right there, Joseph, is that they need the players out there that built it up to hold on to the lead because apparently the depth ain't there. I mean, if it were, they'd play him, right? I mean, I don't think Grant McCaslin hates all the players on the bench, and going to punish you and you don't get to play. No, I think I think it's been demonstrated. They have to build up leads and hang on. Bigs getting closer, Houston or after midweek bye. I don't think the Bigs are getting closer. I don't think the Bigs are getting closer at all. I'm seeing nothing and hearing nothing that tells me that they're any closer than they were a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Which is disturbing. I don't feel like we're getting closer on any of that front. All right, so before we get out of here tonight, we've got the schedule for next year now. Texas Tech football going 21-0. It's obvious. Men's basketball. Who needs depth? Tech needs depth. And all right, real quick on the Duke situation. So Darian Mintz has signed a 2-year deal to play at Duke. He told him in December, I believe on the 19th, I think these facts are entered into the court record, that he was going to come back, and he said, nope, I'm going to go into the portal. And Duke said, no, you can't go in the portal. We're going to sue you. We got a deal. Yesterday, there was a temporary restraining order issued by a North Carolina state judge saying, hey, you can't enroll anywhere and you can't go play football anywhere, as I understand it. All this over a 2-year deal, $4 million a year, everything else. Where we're wading into this Duke quarterback situation is, what exactly is the contract for? Is it for playing football? Is it for name, image, and licensing? Is it marketing rights? Do we own your marketing rights? Do we own your football rights? What's the labor law in North Carolina? Are we dealing with a right to work state? Are we dealing with a non-compete? But for the most part, most of the lawyers I've seen today weighing in on this are saying you can't stop a student from going to school somewhere else. Now, you might be able to stop them from getting any NIL money or playing football, but you can't stop it. You can't compel somebody to work there. And having gone through a non-compete deal in my personal career, is there any other kind? The non-competes and the contracts can't force you to work somewhere. That Duke can't force Gary Mensa to work at Duke at quarterback. They can make it painful to leave. They can make him pay money back. They can claw back on NIL. They can theoretically say you can't work at these places, which would be a non-compete, and say you can't work or you got to sit out 6 months or a year on a non-compete. But what that does is it opens the door again to the quarterback, the player becoming a full-blown employee of Duke University. Private school, by the way, keep this in mind. We are in some really fascinating deep waters legally on this Duke case. It's going to become case law and fairly quickly. You know? That what can you compel somebody to do if they've signed a, quote, contract? Well, what was the contract for? Was it to play football for Duke? Was it to get NIL money for Duke? Was it to represent Duke NIL? Where do we go from there? And then what's the clawback? And then what's the non-compete aspect of it? Because we're not talking about NCAA transfer rules anymore. We're talking about employee contracts. So is it employee or not? Pay attention to this. This may be the most settled law case we can get in the next few weeks. I believe February 2nd, they're going back before the judge on saying exactly what are we doing here? What are we signing? What are we agreeing to? And then as soon as that happens, I'm going to tell you this, everybody else is going to say our deals are different. And that's why college football has to break away from the NCAA, start your own league, and have collectively bargain agreements with the players, with the athletes, with the players, just like the NFL. Doesn't that make it in the NFL? Yeah, it does. That's the only way you're going to get around this stuff. So pay attention to what's going on there at Duke. It's really the Washington deal, with their quarterback trying to go to, was it Tennessee? I can't remember now where they were going. Uh, that one was not nearly as interesting as what we're seeing at Duke. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to have a contest on when do we lose power, how much snow do we get, and all those fun things. We'll talk a lot of basketball, everything else. Food. What are you laying in food wise? I'm like going through the freezer tonight trying to make room. So I'm going to have like this amalgamation of this frozen thing and that frozen thing. And then we'll make more room in the freezer for the cool stuff. Tech going to be 21-0 next year. JCTT bigs are your depth because of flexibility. JT, what? At first I saw that. I said, JT, what? He's here? Good. Thanks, Hyatt. Everyone, get united and stock up. Tell them Hyatt sent you. Yeah, tell them I sent you there at Market Street. James, I'm surprised it took this long for a school to sue an athlete. Well, we had it going on there at Washington a little bit. There's been a couple of cases, but nothing this big. This one is this one will set the market level, to use a bad metaphor, on kind of where we're going. But I think it's really going to be based on state law, case law in the state. What's an employment contract? What can you claw back on? How can you keep them going somewhere? Like I said, right to work, non-competes, all those sort of things. All right. You guys are really good. We enjoyed the hell out of it tonight. I want you to do a couple of things. All of our great sponsors: United Supermarkets, Gators Bayou, 98th and Slide Road, hot Cajun food, ice cold drinks, all the games on all the big screens, Shropshire Insurance of Texas, and of course, Hat Creek Interiors here in the Hat Creek Interiors studio. If just 5 of you people who like what we do, enjoy the show, would go to their Facebook pages and tell them thanks. Hey, we appreciate you. Thanks for supporting Raiderland. And then tag me, put me on there on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and hit me on that. And that'd be awesome. It really would be. In all seriousness, I want everybody to be safe the next coming days. We kind of joke about it a little bit and everything else. It's going to be nasty weather for a lot of people. We'll get through it together, and we're going to be here for you no matter what, in some form or fashion. All right, we're going to put this on the website, theraiderland.com. You can share it from there. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it on, you can share it from our YouTube channel. Did everybody subscribe to YouTube tonight? We need to go over 700. We're like 690. 690. We need to be over 700. Like tonight, going into the weekend. It's not safe going into a Snowmageddon weekend if we don't have 700 followers on our YouTube channel. So do that. And of course, Facebook, Ryan Hats Raiderland. All right, I need to shut up. Hit the buttons here. Hit this one. We'll see you guys tonight on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. And don't forget, on our website, or not on our website, but on our Facebook page for Ryan Hats Raiderland, your daily dose of West Texas. People are having a lot of fun with that. It's really cool. Check it out. See you then.